Nigeria collaborates with the United States to tackle spread of terrorism in Africa. INEC expresses readiness for Ekiti governorship election. And European Union backs Ukraine's membership. Good evening. It's a warm welcome to the Citizen FM News at 7. I am Bolawola Makinde. President Muhammadu Buhari says the nation and its security apparatuses will keep on evolving new strategies to surmount security challenges facing the country. The president stated this at a passing out ceremony of 205 cadets of the 4th regular course of the Nigeria Police Academy, Wudil, Kano State. He said his administration is consciously fighting banditry, kidnapping, Boko Haram, and threats from the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Eastern Security Network, ESN, with high degree of success, but said more needs to be done with innovative strategies.
I must specifically commend the efforts and resilience of members of the Nigerian Police Force and sister agencies for the giant strides recorded so far in the fight against the prevailing security challenges. Across the north central and northwest of the country, we have made progress with regards to stemming the tide of communal violence, farmer-husband clashes, cattle rustling, and kidnapping. We will continue to demonstrate zero tolerance for crime and criminality.
The president said much has been achieved in his administration's tripod areas of security, building a sustainable economy, and the fight against corruption, explaining that peace has relatively returned to towns and villages earlier troubled despite pockets of challenges. On the Nigeria Police, the president said his administration has signed into law the new Police Act to ensure improvement in the welfare and service delivery for them to reach best international practices.
As part of efforts to modernize the Nigerian Police Force, this administration has intensified both international and local training and retraining of our officers and men, in addition to providing new platforms and other resources. These approaches have yielded positive results, as it is glaring that Nigeria's ranking has improved on the World Counter-Terrorism Global Index.
Nigeria's Vice President, Professor Yemi Osinbajo, has called for more collaboration between Nigeria and the United States to effectively tackle the spread of terrorism, especially in the when he received at the Presidential Villa, Abuja, a U.S. delegation that included the visiting Undersecretary for Political Affairs, U.S. State Department, Victoria Nuland, and the U.S. Ambassador to Nigeria, Mary Beth Leonard. Among issues of mutual interest discussed at the meeting were the significance of a free, fair, and peaceful election, improving security in the Sahel region, and the adoption of gas as a transition fuel in developing countries. Highlighting the need for a more comprehensive approach towards tackling terrorism in the region and the Sahel, the VP noted that the spread of terrorist organizations such as ISWAP and Boko Haram should be tackled firmly and permanently, commending the U.S. government for providing support to Nigeria in its fight against Boko Haram and terrorism, with the delivery of the first batch of Super Toscano jets and the proposed purchase of 12 AH-1Z Cobra attack helicopters to Nigeria. The Vice President stated that the cooperation between the two countries have been extremely fruitful and rewarding, especially for Nigerians. The Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, has reassured the residents of Ekiti State of its readiness to conduct a free and fair governorship election in the state. INEC's National Commissioner and Chairman of Information and Voter Education Committee, Festus Okoye, gave the assurance. He revealed that over 980,000 residents have been captured in the Commission's voters register, but less than 200,000 of the figure were expected at the polling units. The National University Commission NUC has granted operational license for the establishment of the Enugu State Medical School of Applied Sciences in Enugu State. The Executive Secretary of the NUC, Professor Abubakar Adamu Rashid, disclosed this while presenting the operational license to Governor Ifeanyi Ugwuanyi of Enugu State, who led some members of his cabinet to the commission in Abuja.
NUC hereby pledges its total support to the university. We also enjoin Your Excellency and the Enugu State Government to take full advantage of the professional and technical advice that the Commission is statutorily required to provide on the establishment, sustainable funding, and operation of the university. But on this, let me add that we are already happy that one of the best brains to have walked into this place, Professor Val Kechuku, has been associated with this. Is one person we still respect in this commission.
Governor Ugwuanyi, while commending the NUC for granting the approval for the establishment of the 4th Medical University and Applied Sciences in Nigeria, pointed out the reasons which necessitated the creation of another university in the state.
Although the number of universities in Nigeria has increased significantly to 218, that is 49 federal, 58 state-owned, and 111 privately owned. This number is still too inadequate to accommodate the teeming Nigerian youths who are desirous of having university education. The socio-economic implications of this data are not just enormous, but grave. Enugu State remains one of the states with very high number of candidates applying for admission, but only a very small percentage of the applicants gain admission. This is especially true for medical and allied courses.
The Enugu State Medical University of Applied Sciences, located in Igwena community of the state, has increased the number of universities in Nigeria to 219. Chief of Defense Staff General Lucky Irabor says it is the responsibility of everyone to ensure that Nigeria has peaceful elections come 2023. Irabor was speaking at the Defense Headquarters during a bi-weekly briefing with journalists. Defense correspondent Uchechi Ilemoa completes the story.
As Nigeria gears up for the forthcoming general election, the Chief of Defense Staff, General Lucky Irabor, has warned politicians seeking election to desist from causing violence that would disrupt peaceful conduct of the 2023 general elections.
For anyone who is looking forward to be elected, he must do it within the ambit of the provisions of the law, because we will not in any way stand aside and see those who perpetrate violence all because they are looking for political offices.
The CDS also wants that any political thug caught during forthcoming general election would face the full wrath of the law.
We will not allow criminals amongst those, or if you like, thugs that have made themselves available for anyone to use. We will not allow it, and we are working very closely with the police, and we stand ready to give them all the support that is necessary. Because going forward, Nigeria must be peaceful.
Uchechi Lemowa, Citizen 93.7 FM.
The remains of 40 dead victims of the attack on St. Francis Catholic Church, Owo, Ondo State, have been given a mass burial. The Catholic Diocese of Ondo State and the state government had organized a mass burial for the dead victims. The funeral mass was witnessed by government functionaries, including State Governor Rotimi Akeredolu, Bishop of the Diocese of Sokoto Matthew Hassan Kuka, as well as representatives of other Christian churches and the Islamic faith. Governor Akeredolu said he was at the occasion to accept the failure of government on security. He confirmed that 40 persons were killed during the attack on the church on June 5th, while over 70 were badly injured. He said out of the 40 dead victims, 18 have been buried by their various families, while the remaining 22 people were being buried by the church. In foreign news, French drone strikes have killed 40 extremists earlier this week who were traveling on motorcycles near Niger's border with Burkina Faso, France's military has announced. In a statement, the French military called the strikes a new tactical success for France's counter-terrorism efforts in Africa's Sahel region, named Operation Barkhane. Niger's government also issued a statement saying the militants were killed after an attack. Earlier this week, 8 security forces were killed in southwestern Niger. After being kicked out of Mali and the presence of a military government in Burkina Faso, Niger has become France's more reliable ally in the Sahel. France has said it has planned to reposition its forces from Mali to other countries in the Sahel region, including Niger. The European Union has given its blessing to war-torn Ukraine to become an official candidate to join the bloc, along with its neighbor, Moldova, a historic move that could open up a year-long path towards joining the EU, brought about by Russia's invasion. Ukraine applied to join the EU 4 days after Russian troops poured across its border in February. 4 days later, so did Moldova and Georgia, 2 other ex-Soviet states contending with separatist regions occupied by Russian troops. In sports, Super Eagles coach Jose Peseiro has hailed Victor Osimhen for his leadership qualities and confirmed the Napoli striker as the team's first-choice penalty taker. He takes over the role from Odion Igalo, who last featured for the Eagles against Ghana in March during the 2022 World Cup playoff. Osimhen stole the show, scoring 4 goals for the Eagles as they annihilated Sao Tome and Principe 10-0 at the Stade Adra in their 2023 Africa Cup of Nations in a Group A qualifier in Agadir, Morocco last Monday. But the forward passed up a chance to score his 5th of the game to substitute Emmanuel Dennis, who broke his scoring duck for the team in what was his 6th appearance. The former Lille striker also made 2 assists in the encounter as the Eagles moved top of Group A with 6 points ahead of Guinea-Bissau, who have 4 points from 2 games. And now, before we end the news at 7, here is another look at our highlights. President Muhammadu Buhari optimistic Nigeria will overcome insecurity challenges. Nigeria to collaborate with United States over the spread of terrorism in Africa. INEC expresses readiness for the Ekiti governorship election. The European Union backs Ukraine's membership. And that has been the Citizen FM News at 7. I am Bolawala Makinde, wishing you a wonderful weekend ahead. The news was edited by Lawrence Omoete. Good evening.
This is our journey. We've had our finest moments and our darkest hours. Yet we pull ourselves back from the brink every time. We are a resilient people. We are Nigeria. And when we talk, we share our views on Talk Radio 93.7, Citizen FM. A people united will never be defeated.
WaveX Pleasure Ride. Here at last, join the safest, classiest, and cheapest taxi ride in town. WaveX Taxi Ride for absolute safety and comfort. Available in over 500 cities in Nigeria, Africa, Europe, and America. Download the app now from the Google Store.